Saki mbwembwana kwele mchele kwa kuku kumwaga. Zako na wapenda yatusema nitasikia.
What is your passion? My passion is caring about the education of others. Did you know 2 of the largest caring occupations are nursing and teaching? This is something I learned when I was the college advisor for a small university. When students didn't go into the education field, they went into nursing or vice versa. I saw this happen numerous times. My passion led me to get my education degree so that I could teach children from birth to 8th grade. This has allowed me to teach preschool, be a child care director, teach elementary school, be an education consultant for a small university, and most currently be an early childhood consultant supervisor. A fellow coworker said her child was going into 3rd grade and having great anxiety about starting school. Having taught 3rd grade, I commented, "Oh, 3rd grade, they are going to love science. They learn all about simple machines. She will love it. It is so fun. There are so many experiments to do." I wanted to share my enthusiasm with that parent, to share my experience, to give their child something to look forward to share my passion for 3rd grade science. When I graduated with my Master of Arts degree in elementary education, my mission was to be a consultant for education of children. It was my passion to lead others to education, for them to love learning, to grow and to find their passion in teaching. At the time, I was teaching elementary school, and I had no idea that I would be eliminated from my position at a small school district as we would close our school and be consolidated with a nearby district. That elimination led me to my passion of being an education consultant, where I had the pleasure of helping others achieve their passion of teaching. I helped others achieve a degree in teaching. Over 11 and a half years, I worked with numerous students working towards their passion. When I was an education consultant, students walked into my office, and one of the first things we discussed was what job did they want? What was their dream job? We talked about who they knew in that position and what education it took for them to get that job. From there, we created a plan on what courses they would need to take, discussed the necessary requirements, and created a timeline. Those students walked out of my office knowing exactly what it would take for them to reach their goal. Please know, all of these students were working toward an education degree. But why ask them what job they wanted? We all must have a goal in mind. Sometimes these goals change, and that's okay. Students seeking an education degree had to decide what age or grade level or what subject area they wanted to teach. Most of them came in with a strong feeling of the age they wanted to work with, but it sometimes changed. The students might walk in thinking they wanted to teach kindergarten, but found they really enjoyed upper elementary children more. Never in my wildest dream did I ever think I would have an opportunity to work with students in many stages of their learning. One day, while working as an education consultant, a person arrives in my office, and I immediately recognized him. Here was one of my very first preschool students that I had taught when he was 3 years old. He was now 23 and looking to become a teacher. He had attended a university for previous schooling, but never finished. He wasn't sure what he really wanted to do. He came into my office as he wanted to be a teacher. I was lucky enough to help him in his early stages of learning at age 3, and as he worked to gain his teaching degree. It was a glorious day when I was able to go to his own classroom, watch him teach at a local high school, helping students learn a vocational trade. Even though he wasn't sure at the beginning of what his passion was in his education, he soon realized that passion and decided on an education career. He was able to figure it out, and now he's following his passion. Once there was a student who said, "I don't know how you elementary teachers do it." He had substituted for an elementary art teacher. He came to class that night exhausted. He had parts of the art project glued to his pants by one of the children who had walked up to him asking for assistance, and he had touched him with the parts and glue. Thank goodness he knew early on in his education program he wanted to be a 6th through 12th grade teacher. As I watched him in student teaching, I saw him teach a lesson in history to middle school students. I knew he found his passion. He had them engaged, entertained, enthused, enticed to learn more. He stood on the desk to make a point. He played a song during an assignment for them to work on that pertained to the lesson. He treated each student with respect, greeting each one at the door upon arrival and when they left the class that day. The young man has gone on to be an administrator at a disadvantaged district in his state. Recently, he was recognized by his state as an outstanding administrator, where he now leads others in their education. He found his passion. Now I am guiding providers who work with children 0 to age 5 to follow their passions in caring for others. These people are teaching and caring for children when the brain is developing the most. They are some of the most valuable and essential teachers and caregivers of a person's life. As I train these providers, I long to instill the joy of learning, building on their passion to teach these children through play, exploration, and opportunity. No matter what your passion, always remember, no one can ever take your education away from you. Take every opportunity to learn from each experience you are given, whether the experience is good or the experience is bad. It is a learning experience. And most of all, follow your passion.
Nanipaga moyo nikianza kulia chozi nafutia.